Now you are audible to me. Am I
I'm
audible?
audible to you? Ah,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, okay, okay.
Now can you
Yeah,
check
tell me,
the
Chiranjay.
now can you check the WhatsApp once? Ma'am, actually it's raining too
Chiranjay, tell
hard.
me.
Now it's raining too hard beside my house, man. Too hard, man. The man when the road slides down, man, the water gets covered over there, man. There's a lot of water over beside here. It's raining, ma'am, a lot.
There it's raining.
Yes, ma'am. That's why
Here
I
it is
think
so sunny.
uh, ma'am, but I have too much of rain, ma'am.
Okay. So you have shared me one actually question number five. Why you have shared that with me?
Ma'am, should I write the answers for other things, for example, runners? Um,
Yes, yes. See, Chiranjay, these questions, and I have shared you five questions, not only one question, right?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So these questions are basically, in a very detailed way, I have shared with you, so that the complete chapter you can revise. And when you write it down, what happened, you'll be able to understand what we have studied, right? And whatever the examples are given and the meaning of them are given are also very important. Not for the grade five, but definitely when you come, to the grade six, you have again the chapter plans. So that is why we are studying this chapter in a detailed way. So you should know what are these different terms. Okay, Chiranjay?
Okay, ma'am.
And
Thank
always
you.
keep in mind whenever you are writing the answers, you should write the questions for them. Because might be, you will have your exam, science exam in the school, right? So what happened during that time, you can just open your copy and you can revise it. But if you don't have the questions, then how you will be revising? Then how you will know that what it is the answer for? Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine, for that reason, you should write it. Write the questions also.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, I'm done with two questions, ma'am.
Did you have any doubt on those two questions?
And yes, ma'am, how can and in ma'am, the third one is telling
How?
that,
Hmm.
ma'am, why is seed dispersal important for plants?
Yes. Yeah.
Ma'am, I was not able to understand, ma'am, but I know the answer.
Here in this question, they are saying, first of all, you should write the ways, like what are the different ways how the seeds can move or how they can get transferred from one place to other place. Whereas in the second question, they are saying why it is important for the plants that they should go from one place to another place. Now, see, if any seed is there, I'm just keeping that seed at this place only. I'm not allowing them to move. Then what happens? Might be they will not be getting the environment, good environment. Might be they'll not get the water. Might be they'll not get the appropriate amount of soil. Might be they will not get the kind of the variety, different varieties. That is the reason. If I move from here to other place, then what happens? They will be getting the different materials. They will be getting the different nutrients, right? So they can grow faster. So that is the reason it is important.
Okay,
So answer is given there. You can just take the answer also, read it, and if in case you have again any doubts, you can clarify the same.
okay, ma'am.
Which question number, Chiranjit?
Now question number 4.
Okay. Done with question number 4.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, question number 5, let me explain you a little bit. So, in the question number 5, they are saying that we need to explain about the reproduction vegetatively and we have to provide the example. So, vegetative propagation means when we are using the root, when we are using the shoot or the stem for growing the new plants. So, examples they have asked, okay. The first one are the runners. Runners are basically about the ground stem that grows horizontally and produce new plants at nodes, as like in the strawberry. So, you might have seen the strawberry plants. So, what do they have? They have the runners, and with the help of the runners, they will be growing horizontally and they will be giving rise to the new plant. Then second one, rhizomes. Basically, they are the underground stems, the stems which are present underground. They are the rhizomes, and they also grow horizontally and they give rise to the new shoots as well as roots, like in the ginger. So ginger, what do we get? We get it from underground. So that is the underground stem. Then the bulbs, they are the structures which have the modified leaves and they have the fleshy scale like onions. If you have seen the onions, in the center there will be like small root like structures, and from the center the whole structure of the onion comes out. That is the example for the bulb. And the last one, tubers, like in the potato, sweet potatoes, you might have seen small hair-like structures comes out of those. They are the tubers, which are the underground stems. And these tubers,
Yes,
what
ma'am.
do they do? They will be storing the nutrients, and then they produce the new shoots also.
Okay, ma'am.
Right? So that is the meaning for the question number 5. So Chiranjit, complete these answers and share the answers with me. And if in case you have any doubt from the chapter Plant Life, message and ask me personally also. Okay?
Okay.
So go through from your book, go through whatever the extra questions we did, whatever the notes I have shared already from that. Okay? So all the things, all the materials, whatever you have, go through everything, and whatever the doubt or concern you have, you can just ask me personally so that I can clarify all your doubts. All right?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, Chiranjit then.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.